Plastic pollution is a genuine issue. Single-use plastics slowly and gradually break down into smaller pieces of plastic, known as microplastics, of which we consume anywhere between 39,000 and 52,000 particles per year, as well as inhaling well over 74,000 particles. It can take thousands of years of plastics to decompose, contaminating our oceans, lakes, rivers, and piling up on land, impacting biodiversity detrimentally. The UK generates around 5 million tonnes of plastic each year. This includes 15 million single-use plastic water bottles per day. However, we could minimise the damaging effect that this has on the environment by recycling. Recycling a single plastic water bottle saves enough energy to power a light bulb for 3 or more hours, and recycling 5 plastic water bottles creates enough insulating fibre to fill a ski jacket. To decrease the impact of single-use plastics on our environment, we can sign petitions such as the UK Greenpeace petition aiming for supermarkets to decrease their 900,000 tonnes of plastic packaging each year, recycle, and if you can, buy reusable plastics such as reusable water bottles, as it can save up to 150 plastic bottles per year.
The UK has a target of recycling 65% of all household and commercial waste by 2035. Depending on where you live and what service provider you have, your recycling options will vary. Most items, including cardboard, paper, glass, cans and plastic, can be recycled across the UK. If you're not sure if, how or where you can recycle an item, visit the Recycle Now website and you can gain all the information you need about recycling in your area.
One of the consequences of these unprecedented times is a sudden increase in the disposal of single-use masks. They still make up around 90% of the masks worn by the population, and therefore up to 53 million single-use masks end up in landfill every single day. Therefore, it is imperative that we act in 2 ways to help our environment. Firstly, when using a single-use mask, dispose of it carefully and efficiently, for littering has led to plastic showing up across natural landscape on a whole new level, damaging habitats. Secondly, if possible, purchase a reusable mask to be washed every single day, preferably from a local business owner, to help reduce this country's air miles.
Reducing our energy use at home is one of the most easiest things we can all do together. From turning off lights when we're not in our room, from turning the water off when we're brushing our teeth, shutting a door quickly when we're going outside to reduce our energy loss. These are all small little things that we can all do together to make a massive impact and a really effective change.
Donating to charities is an efficient way to raise money and help combat climate change. There are so many charities for you to support. For example, Greenpeace is a non-government organisation, meaning it can confront corporations and governments and push for real change. Conservation parks have been hit really hard due to the coronavirus pandemic, and even though the country is starting to open up again, donating online is a quick and easy way to show your support.
If you're inspired to get involved with the Earth Day celebrations and want to start helping to protect the environment, there are so many incredible organisations which you can volunteer for. For example, St Edmund's has its very own eco club, but if you want to do more work in your community, I would suggest looking out for your local climate group, sometimes called Youth Strike for Climate. If you want to do more UK-wide work, which includes political lobbying, I would suggest the UK Youth Climate Coalition, Teach the Future, or Extinction Rebellion Youth. However, if none of those options sound appealing to you, or if you even want to start up your own group, I would highly recommend coming to see one of us in this video, and I'm sure we'd be more than willing to help you.
Recycling clothes and textiles allows them to have a new life and can help clear out some space in your home. Certain stores such as H&M take in your old clothes in exchange for a voucher, which then goes on to be recycled. You can also donate clothes to charities through their shops or in donation bins, who then give their clothes to those who need them most. Charities such as Oxfam can not only give your clothes a new life, but can also turn unwanted clothing into money, which can be used to give someone a future free from poverty, showing some of the great effects recycling clothes can have.
Currently, each year the UK emits 350 million tonnes of carbon dioxide. It is estimated that a half of the UK's carbon emissions are created by importing goods and products from other countries. Although this statistic appears frightening, it truly draws attention to the need to use more locally sourced and produced products. A good example of products that are better for the environment when locally sourced is food. The main problem created by purchasing food that is grown and produced abroad is the creation of food miles. Food miles are the measure of distance that food has travelled from its site of growth or production to the consumer. Food miles are a good indicator of the environmental impact and carbon footprint of food. Transporting foods large distance via air freight is highly damaging to the environment. Although only 1% of food is transported via air, this tiny fraction actually accounts for 11% of the UK's carbon emissions. Typically, locally sourced food means higher levels of animal welfare, no manufactured herbicides which are damaging to soils, and more environmentally sustainable land management. Furthermore, reducing our food miles helps alleviate a country's dependence on fossil fuels, reduces air pollution, and helps cut back on greenhouse gas emissions.
Fast fashion is defined as a highly profitable business model based on replicating catwalk trends and high fashion designs and mass producing them at a much lower cost. Child labour and poor working conditions are being met with shockingly low wages. This is detrimental to the welfare of the worker. Fast fashion is also increasing water pollution and textile waste due to the abundance of material and resources being wasted in the production process. To help, we can reduce, reuse and recycle, which means thrifting, reducing our footprint at fast fashion retailers and donating our clothes when we no longer need them.
If you want to find out more, search earthday.org where you can find 51 ways to help restore our Earth.